Now, the hackers have called themselves Impact. You heard us talking about that. Their real identities are hidden deep into the dark web, and that's where we are going now. There are three areas of the internet. You have the surface part. Think of it very much as the classic iceberg. The surface part, and where you have good old favourites, CNN, Wikipedia, Amazon, Twitter, Google, everything that you might be familiar with. But it's estimated less than 5% of all information is in the surface web. Go one stage down and you're into the deep web. This is most of the net. It's not searchable with Google, but it's not necessarily nefarious. It's private, it's corporate. Database search engines can't get into the deep web. Information that's password protected, even obviously private networks. It's all in the deep web. Now, from the deep web, we go further down. We go deep into the dark web. Once you're into the dark web, you're into unchallenged territory. It's not accessible from a web browser. Most popular way is via Tor, which incidentally stands for the Onion Router. I've no idea why it's called that. But that's where Ashley Madison's information has been posted. Some data is now reposted publicly. Tor requests bounce around the network. It all provides anonymity for users and servers. It was started, as these things are, by US Naval Research Laboratories. It's now been used by dissidents, black marketers, anybody who doesn't want somebody to know what they are up to, doesn't want to go there or there, they end up down there. Howard Schmidt served as the Obama administration's cyber security czar. Today's a partner at Ridge Schmidt Cyber. He joins me now from Washington. Sir, I mean, this is extraordinary that this exists and there's nothing we can do about it when you get a release of this sort of documentation.
Well, when you take a look at it, this is the way the internet was built to begin with. It was the accessibility of the top layer of it, and there was the inner workings, the way things went, but there was also the dark web, as we call it now. But originally it started out as just something to really put the most private things out there. So we should not be surprised.
We shouldn't be surprised, but when you've got, I mean, it's obviously criminal activity, but now you've got people, not for profit, but for moral values. And that makes this whole thing much more difficult.
It does, and that's where the whole issue of the morality of it, or the way people feel about something. It used to be in the early days of the internet, you felt this way about businesses, this way about governments, and that's all there was. Now there's hacktivism. Virtually everything that you disagree with, somebody's going to be able to hack you. So, and it goes on and on.
But do you think, for example, I mean, clearly Ashley Madison has some, and avid media have some very serious questions to answer about their security. These hackers were in there for days, weeks, or months, we believe.
Well, and that sets up a big question is what did they do that was special over those that are more protected, like some of the financial institutions? But the bottom line is the vulnerabilities that existed are all it takes is one to get through. So you may have 1,000 different attempts. You make it through one, gives you the ability to dig further, to pull more information, to make it accessible for more people.